Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. In our last session, we replaced this coil, which was the issue that shorted these two transistors over here, or actually four in two packages. Now, as we replaced the coil, we started the board and the 20 volt main power rail didn't short out, but then I disconnected it and I checked with the multimeter and it was shorted. Now, my initial conclusion was that we used only one transistor instead of two, and the CPU is shorted. So we're gonna remove the CPU and test it again. But after the video, I realized that since I used the coil that has more than 50% more inductance than what we had before, the act of removing the power is what shorted the transistor. That is very likely, because even with that short, it should still work. So today we're just going to remove the CPU, and that's pretty much all we want to do today. We're going to use Rework Pro 1.1 unreleased version. This version will be released maybe this week, meaning the next week, or the next weekend. We'll see. There are a few exciting features. If you're using version 1.1, you will receive the auto update. Once you start the application, it'll tell you that there's a new version, and you just have to click OK, and it'll update to the latest version. If you're still on version 1.0, I advise you to upgrade to version 1.1. Unfortunately, it is paid. Unless you complained enough to me, and I'll give you the new version. Some people also do like, yeah, I want a new version, but I'm not gonna pay $35 for the new version. How about I give you $20? That's fine too. And actually, you don't even need to. You know, if you really want the version 1.1 and you bought version 1.0, I'll give you the version for free, and thank you very much for using my software. Again, there's no expiration on the license, and there's no limitation on how many computers you can use it. There's no limitation on what software you can use on your computer, along with my software, or that you have no other software on the computer. If you don't use it for 6 months, it's still yours. Even if I wanted to, I don't have any ability to either spy on your computer or revoke your license. Once you receive the software with the license, it's yours. Just don't share it, obviously. But it's not against the terms of service. As you probably noticed, there are no terms of service when you purchase software from me. It is completely implied. You pay me money, I give you software. I keep your money, you keep my software. That's the way it works. Nothing more to that. If you want to share this software with someone else, well, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not gonna sue you, no worries. Alrighty, let's prep the board and let's remove the CPU. Alrighty, the CPU is off, the board is cooling down. It looks okay. I will inspect it. I will clean the solder and just inspect the pins, because the previous one that we removed had some pads removed, right? Either, yeah, probably overheated. Now I don't see any problems here, at least looking at the naked eye. But since we're doing it in two phases, removal first and then replacement, I'll be able to inspect the socket under the microscope, the board under the microscope, make sure that there are no issues there. When I do it in one cycle, I don't have that ability because I can't connect the microscope over here. Now let's quickly review the process. Pretty straightforward. Preheating, I did 35 minutes of preheating. Then, as you can see, now we have the markers that tell you where the process, which step started where. So we started preheating over here. There was an overshot. You see that big overshot? I'm expecting that this overshot mainly occurred because there was still plenty of flux underneath the CPU. I need to improve my procedure of cleaning the flux, and I have few ideas. Because ultrasonic cleaner, it will not reach underneath the CPU, but if you heat it up, you can blow the flux pretty well. So that's what I'm gonna try next time. It let loose. I started moving it at reflow point. So as soon as we started reflow point, I started moving it, and it was ready to come off. So I'm thinking it probably by the end of pre-reflow, that's 180, 185, I think, it was ready to lift over there. But 195, it let loose, no problem. And the cleaning, everything went well. It's a pretty straightforward procedure. And this is it. We're gonna wait for it to cool down. I'm gonna give it an hour to cool down. If you don't want to cause any damage to the board, remember always preheat it, meaning I left it on the dryer for roughly a day or overnight. Then 35 minutes of preheating on like 170 from the bottom, then up to 210, removal, and then we just turn it off. I move the top heater away and turn on the fan, right? So now it's cool. Yeah, you can even touch it now. Now that screw just fell. Luckily, it looks like it didn't break anything. I'm gonna pick it up in a second. But that's pretty much it. So once it cools down, oh yeah, I was saying, preheat it and let it cool down slowly. Don't speed up cooling. Don't remove the board when it's at 120 degrees or 160 degrees. Let it cool down very slowly, and it should be fine. Then next, we're gonna replace the coil. The coil is on its way to us. Once we replace the coil, the transistors, we confirm we get 1 volt on memory. Then we're gonna replace the CPU, and then finally, the computer might boot. But we'll see. Maybe there's some other problems with the board after that. But this is what we gotta fix first. That'll do for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate you, and I shall see you in the next one.